could have lived into that, I suppose. Couldn't I? You know, guys, you have to understand you can do anything if you put your mind to it. You need all man to do these Super Saturdays. It's not because I got nothing to do on a Saturday, I'll tell you. It's because I want this to be the best year of your life. I really, truly do, right? Weekly events and so on. No drama, no gossip, no negativity. When I used to do these, Derek actually got it for me. I had a contract, Derek, I made it re-sign. And it basically said, if you're caught gossiping, drama, any of that stuff, you're basically kicked out of the office for 90 days. Go work from home. Now, I can't make you sign that because compliance won't let me, but your DL could. Derek has a copy. Right? And guys, it was just about getting people unified and realizing you don't want that crap in your life anyways. Do you? Guys, we can go do something special. We just have to decide to. Right? Your team must not see you stop. Momentum will carry more and more. You must conduct yourself as a leader. Right? Mentor those who want to be involved. Motivate them to commit to running their own 90-day plan. Your most committed Inner Circle members will have their own Inner Circle team. Plan to host events and have them sell to your events. Do euchre tournaments, golf tournaments, barbecues, anything you can do to get people around. Be available for your team. Guys, this is one of the toughest things you'll ever do. Much is given, much is expected. A servant leader serves. I'll tell you a little secret. If you want to be first, you have to place yourself last. If you want to be first, you must place yourself last. I got this from a really good book called The Bible. If you want to be first, you must place yourself last, because he who places himself last puts others before them for the betterment of all. That's what you got to do, man, if you really want to lead. You're a leader now. You're successful. And how you envision taking your team to the next level is up to you. You have to envision how you're going to take you and your team to the next level to change your life forever. See, the path to success is to take massive, determined action. That's what it is. I would rather do something I don't like to do a whole lot for a short period of time than to do something I dislike for a lifetime. I'm going to tell you something. I do not want to be out on a Thursday night selling policies, but I don't have to now. But you want to know how many nights I did. Thursday, Friday night, Saturday, Sunday night, and anytime somebody had an appointment and wanted my help. I'll tell you how long. 17 years consecutively. Outproducing everybody personally and breaking every record that was ever set in the company I was in. Recruiting, premium, mutual funds, licensing, segregated funds, every record that was ever set, I owned it. I broke it, and I broke it, and I broke it, and never mind the personal production, I was unfaltering, Troy, in it because I wanted to be rich. I didn't know why I wanted to be rich, I just wanted to be rich. And I figured out that none of my people would do something I wasn't. Actually, what I really learned, Susie, is they do about 30% of what I did. If they were good. If they're bad, they'd quit. Because if they say things like, I can't ever be as good as Ray. Oh, the guy that made $200 his first 18 months, that dude, get me as good as him? Well, then you are messed up. Do you guys get what I'm saying? As I'll leave you with a couple of things. We're a little over time, and I got time to kill. So, I interviewed a guy last week, and he's from Iraq. And we often hear the stories, you know, when you watch movies and all kind of military-based stories about what has gone on in the military over there. But I'm not often taken back by somebody's story, because I think my story is pretty tough at times. I think Angie's is pretty tough. I think Sylvia's is pretty tough. I think Darren's is pretty tough. I think we all got a tough story. Anyways, I'm sitting with this guy, and like always, if I'm interviewing you, I start asking you a little bit about you. And he's been in Canada for about 3 years. He's currently working in a factory making furniture, Jackie, for $1,500 a month with a wife and 2 children. Yeah, you heard me, $1,500 a month. Can't get another job with his skills because they don't recognize his skills from Iraq and stuff like that. I go, he goes, well, how did you get here? He goes, well, I had this beautiful business in Iraq. I'm making furniture, custom furniture. I had 65 employees. We shipped to other countries. We were doing very well. We were very wealthy in our country. I'm like, well, that sounds great. He goes, but the Taliban came to my factory on a Thursday. And they realized that 50% that people that worked for me were women. And I was told I had to fire them immediately because women aren't allowed to work. And he's like, that's a bit of a problem. He didn't feel good about that. And he was shipping furniture outside the country to countries they don't have good relationships with. And they said, secondly, all your exports stop until we vet where you're exporting, basically. And it's Thursday, he goes home on the Friday, he's like, you know, I'm just going to give it till Monday and make a decision about how I'm going to handle this. On Sunday, they blew up his factory and his cars. He decided to start the factory again somewhere else in another building and start building, and he didn't conform to what they asked, so they kidnapped his children. Eventually, he got out. But you know what's terrifying to me? Is that he said, I don't know what's worse. Living here and trying to feed my family, or living there and trying to stop them from being killed. You know we don't have those problems, right? If you're in this room, you're licensed, or you're probably going to be licensed. You have an unlimited ticket to print money. And that ticket is only restricted by your willingness to stay uncomfortable for an indefinite period of time until you're financially independent. I want you to be wealthy. Don't I, Ange? I want you to be wealthy. I want you to be cash stinking rich. Ray, that's greedy. Then give it to a church. Because they'll be happy to take it. Guys, all I know is that we're so much better than we think we are. I know this. I'm just like you. I said it, I was that chubby kid they made fun of in school, and I stayed in that recess because I got tired of it. I just so bad wanted to be somebody, you know? And I know you can do this. I know you're good enough. And I know tomorrow's Thursday. And I know the next day's Friday. Then the next day's Sunday. And I know a lot of you won't do shit until Monday. I just know. But I just don't understand why you'd want to wait. You know, in my house, if I walk by something upstairs that needs to go downstairs, you know when I take it downstairs? As soon as I see it. I was saying earlier, if I'm on my way to see Darren, and I got an extra 10 minutes before I'm supposed to meet Darren, and I have 3/4 of a tank or less, I fill my car up. Because I might not have 10 minutes later. But you want to know what else that gives me? 10 minutes more with my daughter, Sydney. Because after my appointment with Darren, I'm not stopping to get gas. I'm going home to squeeze my little girl. You see, she's 8 and she loves me so much and wants to be around me all the time. And I'm so fortunate because I spend so much time with my adult daughters. Like all the time. I'm on the phone 2 to 3 times a day with those 3 girls about their projects and their life. And we travel and we spend time together, and we're inseparable that way. Cassie and Colin were in Vegas, right? I mean, that's just the way we live our life. But you know what? You got to stop the crap between your ears. You got to start to realize you're worth it. You got to understand you're good enough. You're smart enough. Man, I'm telling you, I don't think any of you could really handle me mentoring you the way I would. Because I tell you all the time, you're being ridiculous. You're better than this. You're smarter than this. God doesn't make junk. You were meant to be here. You were supposed to do something. You got to stop your fears. You got to say no to the crap between your ears that says, I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not like Tony and Ange or Darren or Derek or Jackie or these people he says their name. I want him to say my name. Then give me a reason. Make me know who you are. Because I let everybody know who I am. I'll tell you a secret about me. Man, if I say I'm going to do something, I don't keep it a secret, do I, Darren? I tell everybody. Because as soon as I tell everybody, I'm screwed. Everywhere I go, people go, are you doing that thing? You know, you said you're going to lose weight. No, apparently I'm not doing that thing right now. Think that didn't come up this summer? Whatever. Guys, I want us to turn the week around, you know? It's a great company. This is probably one of the most incredible companies I've ever had the privilege to support and work with. Let me explain why. The products are second to none. We protect people's quality of life and nobody else does. But that's still not what it is for me, Darren. It's W. Clement Stone. He's worth following. Yeah, but Ray, he's dead and gone. Uh-huh. His legacy is powerful enough that I would still be willing to follow him. Don't know the man, never met the man. I've tried to find audio clips, videos. There ain't nothing you can find on that guy. Literature, writings, books, yes. I just am so impressed with what he did and how many people are impacted by it. And I want to finish what he started. My chapter here is to finish what he started. But I'm just one guy running 5 provinces on the largest piece of geography on the planet. It takes flights, planes, trains, cars, lack of sleep to be able to do these things that I want to do. If I had my way, I would do one of these live meetings every week in every province. I really would. Because I know what I'm good at, and this is it. I would believe in North America, I'm probably ranked one of the top 10 public speakers available. I'm not being arrogant about that. I know who I am. I know what I'm good at. But you want to know what makes me good? Is I'm real. I'm not afraid for you to judge me because I went bankrupt and I was divorced and I cry. Tony Robbins said it best, if you don't cry about it, you don't care about it. I'm just a guy that wants to do something, you know? And there's 150 people in here that I think want to do something too. But you'll go home just like I did and get that pit in your stomach, you know that one? And you start second guessing yourself and go, but I don't know if I can be that guy, that girl. I don't know if I'm good enough. But not this week. Don't do that this week. We need you guys to hit the ground running tomorrow. We need each one of you to get 3 field recruit names. It's too easy. It's too easy. Pass the name up to somebody so you don't have to deal with the interview then. This room could get 500 leads, and if all those 500 brought 30 names, that brings us to 15,000 new people in the province. Why not? I want my zone to be paid $100 million this year. That's my wish. And if there's a will, I'll find a way to make it happen. I'm so excited about what's possible for me. And I'll leave you with one last story. You know, in that previous company I worked for, there's a guy named Rick Susie. Holds the record for the most first-year income, Ange. And the record's $230,000. He broke that record in about 1986. And to this day, the #1 earner in that company, first year's earning, is still him. Do you know how ridiculous that is when my 20-year-old daughter made $173 her first year here? Angie and Anton, this is their second year in this business, $1.2 million. Did you hear what I said? Second year. Perry Wong, second year, just over $1 million. You beat him, by the way. Derek, almost 700, was giving RJ a run for his money. RJ beat you by about 20, buddy. Sorry, man. You know, and the list goes on. Darren has been leading income for years, but Darren, you've heard me say it, and I'm so thankful for what Darren does and has done for this company. For years I stood here and we talked about Darren, 500 to 700, 500 to 700, Darren Smith, Darren Smith, Darren Smith. And now in the top 10, there's 10 people that all were in a stone's throw of Darren's income. But for years, right, Jackie, was Darren, Darren, Darren. And the top 5 were all over $500,000. Don't you think things are changing? I want to make you filthy, stinking rich. What I want you to do is live beneath your means, invest your money, save your money, get cash rich so that you never have to work again if you don't want to. That's what I wish for all of you, is complete and total financial freedom. And if you start now, we start now, I can help get you to 100 million in shared income this year. $100 million. And I believe we can do it. But here's what I do know. If we don't start now, it won't happen. It's not a pitch. I won't make more money if you go blow it up this week. It won't make a difference on my paycheck next week. It will to yours. Yeah, it may increase my bonus in a quarter, but it's irrelevant. You guys have no idea how irrelevant it is to me. All arrogance aside, always remember my humility is in front of you. I know what it's like to go to a pawn shop to feed my babies. But being rich is way more fun. It's way cooler. Trust me. So with all I am and all I'm not, as your friend and your business partner, I'm asking you, I'm pleading with you to help me fix our company this week. I have the utmost respect for our leader, Guy Sauvé, and I don't want to let him down. Because that's who I am. It's who I am as a person, coach, a mentor, a friend, and a associate. And I might not always agree with what our company does, but I'll always support it. You know, it's like your spouse. You may not always like them, but you better love them. That's why I'm divorced twice, because I didn't understand that. Guys, let's go out of here tonight and know how much we appreciate you and how thankful I am to be in this company and how much of a gift it's been. Some of my closest friends, people I care the most about, are in this room. I'm telling you that. And life is busy, and my priority is always time with my children, always will be. But at the end of the day, I love those moments watching Troy eat a side of beef, like legitimately a side of beef. You know? And we get to do those things. Or going to LA with you guys last summer, it was so cool. And I'm going to do that again this summer. The question is who's coming with me. I think Ange is going to come with me for sure. So guys, let's go out of here different tonight. Do some reach outs, do some text messages, and say you're starting a campaign to change lives and you're looking for people who are interested in being part of it. And let people tell you you're crazy and you're joining a cult and that guy that talked to you tonight is nuts. So be it. But just know we're in this together and let's go do something special. Thanks for your night. How's your PMA?
Thank you.